Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on my YouTube. If you're enjoying my videos, please feel free to subscribe, and also please feel free to join my channel and like the videos. Don't forget to leave your comments if you have any questions about mediumship. Now, this was one question that somebody asked. They asked, how do you get in connection with your soul? Now, on this channel I have two meditations. They're called Sitting in the Power, 5 minutes and 10 minutes. That is one way through meditation to get in contact with your soul. There are different ways as well, and I will be explaining this in this video how you actually do get in connection with your soul. But when we go back to how science has actually tried to research this about the soul, in 1901, Dr. Duncan McDougall, he researched patients when they were passing to the spirit world, and he found that when they passed to the spirit world, their weight of their body had changed by 21 grams. Now, since then, that research has been continued, and they haven't gone thoroughly into it, but there are some scientists that have actually looked into the brain and seen that a certain amount of energy and frequency leaves the body when someone departs and returns when they come back. I look forward to seeing how science evolves and looks into this more. But it does show you that even science is looking at this aspect of the soul. It's really that essence, the infinite self that you have inside of yourself. Now, that infinite soul, people would like to connect to it and maybe hear what it's got to say. Now, when you think about this, if you do this with me, when you're thinking in your mind is an organ, and it's thinking about, your daily things and what you have to do and all that sort of thing. But when you move into then feelings, that's a place where your mind can't think. It starts to move you closer to your soul, because then you're like, hey, I'm feeling stuff, So when you feel around the heart area, you may feel a sensation of love, a sensation of contentment, joy, and that sort of thing, because that is on the frequency of the heart. But when you move into the soul, and there is many ideas about where the soul is connected to the body, but if you move into the center of your being, where you may feel that your soul is here, I normally scan my hand. One way of connecting with your soul is to scan your body and just feel, where do I feel that my soul is at? And you may suddenly feel a warmth of energy in the middle, and you'll be like, whoa, hold on. Suddenly you feel the energy, for those that you can feel, expand, and you're like, there it is. So I would hold my, and you can't see that, but if I would hold my hand on that place, and then you have then an energetic connection to your soul, and just breathing and concentrating on that feeling behind the hands will help you connect better to your soul's energy. Now, this is one way of doing it. Like I said, the other two other ways are, you could sit in the power, which is on my YouTube channel, 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And there are moments in those meditations where you sit and you expand your light inside of yourself. Now, there are some of you out there that won't be able to feel. There'll be some of you that out there that won't be able to visualize. All I'm saying is have the experience. And the more that you do that, the more that you learn to connect inwards to that center, that spark of divinity, that infinite person that you are, that energy, then you'll be connected. So again, when you're just coming out of your mind, coming into your feelings, you're getting closer. But when you're there within the infinite energy, and you think about energy, the center of your being, the energy that emanates through your body, that's the closest that you're going to get to imagining where your soul is. But when you move inwards with your feelings and you connect with it every day, then you'll find, okay, my mind is worried about what's going in my life, but when you connect to your soul is in stillness. Your soul knows its journey. It feels very wise, and it feels very soulful. That's a good one, isn't it? Soulful. But when you think about it, and you go inwards and you feel that energetic self, that energetic soul, you'll find that it's at peace. It feels at peace. It feels strong. It feels infinite, because when you think about it, it's an infinite energy within inside of you. Now, your mind might be worried about these things, and your mind might like to overcompensate with thinking, but your soul doesn't think, it feels. And it emanates energy. So that's one way, just to use your mind to get to your soul as well. So you're moving out of your mind, you're moving into your feelings, you're moving into that idea of the center of your being, the center of that essence of who you are, that energetic self, that infinite self. And then you feel, okay, so within those feelings there's something going that's different. Think about your mind at this moment in time. Your mind is probably thinking about worries about your day, worries about things going on in your life, maybe about your mediumship. So when your mind thinks like that, and then at the same time feel the polarity and the difference when you feel inwards energetically. How does your energetic self feel about this? And when you're in connection with that energetic self, that's when you'll certainly be in connection with that soul self that's got a totally different experience than what you are having at the moment. So if you can imagine this connection to your soul, that you can do it by sitting in the power, you can do it by moving yourself through your thoughts, through your feelings to the center of your being, but also that way of, moving and feeling behind your hands the energetic self, the energetic soul, that infinite self, then you will be connecting more and